second home. This is your home. India is a land where people of different languages, different traditions, different practices live together in perfect harmony. जब पारसीस आए थे तो राजा को एक उदाहरण दिए थे, एक फुल मिल्क से भरा हुआ कप लाए थे, उसमें शुगर मिलाए थे. Already the cup was full, sugar was added. The result was further sweetening of the milk. There was no overflowing, there was no trouble. You have sweetened the lives of Indians, friends. By your presence here, you are most welcome. You are our spiritual cousins, you are our friends. Through democratic means, India is land of Buddha, India is land of Mahatma Gandhi. And today, for last 6 decades, India has been the land of the only most profoundly knowledgeable living spiritual guru, His Holiness Dalai Lama. This land of peace has only one message for you. Through peaceful, democratic means of dialogue, you should be able to find a solution that will facilitate your happy and honorable return to your homeland, your motherland, Tibet. My best wishes to you, my prayers to Almighty for that. Thank you.
디젤라야 베기 되가 속번에 다서 크기 유미 가디 찹셰 에시부슈교
Artist of Tibetan Institute of Performing Arts will perform a local Himachali Gaddi dance, Kachachariya.
Zerim chopke be tolaya. Pemitik joki panden sikyong bomram balosan senge chone sungshe nangyo.
I now request the President of Central Tibetan Administration, Dr. Lobsang Sangye, to address the gathering.
Vime lana me buti konsi jam gön chimbu chola kucha da jamne gindu gide mangzo kao sumgi zezu namba mimang da luptu namba kunde so Mahesh Sharma ji, Danish Ram Madhav ji, Shanta Kumar ji, Satyavrat Chaturvedi ji, Danish Naren Das ji, Krimi ji, and Kher Mutse da Guru Mutse Ube, Arunachal ne Chedongane de Patiatra, Cheche Pebe, Kunde Namba, and Nansude Dharamsala gi, Lunche, Kishen Kapur ji, Zebe, Mimana Matsamala, Daring Yagar Shungmang la Tujiche, Shui Zego Sungzi, Nimodela, Yekashak, Tsapcheche, Sangmala, Ning Tagbane, Samji Jeshli Shui, and then the Pende Soxone, Pergenis, Sungshenang Jubata, Dilla Chaza, Mutu, Tone, and Ye, Chige Kundeka, Mangupe Yoza, and the Hindi da. इंजीनियर शिक्षक निशुचो अच्छे शुये आज हम सब यहाँ पे भारत सरकार और भारतीय जनता को धन्यवाद प्रकट करने के लिए इकट्ठा हुए हैं भारत और तिब्बत के जो संबंध है ये पिछले 7 वर्षों का संबंध नहीं बल्कि हजारों वर्षों का संबंध है इसलिए परम पावन दलाई लामा जी अक्सर कहते हैं कि भारत गुरु है और
connection between Tibetans and Indians is not just
और गुरु को नमन करना
60 years old, but it's been there for over 1,000 years.
आज उस धर्म को निर्वाह करने का समय बना है इसलिए आज के दिन धन्यवाद साल के शुभरम कार्यक्रम के रूप में मना रहा है धन्यवाद
So we are celebrating the beginning of 60-year celebration of His Holiness Dalai Lama.
Fled the capital city of Tibet, Lhasa, with thousands of Tibetans and came to India. It's been 60 years since China's illegal invasion and occupation of Tibet. 60 years of destruction of Tibetan civilization, Tibetan culture, and Tibetan identity. 60 years of killing, political protest, arbitrary arrest, and tortures. Thousands and thousands of Tibetans have been killed and have died for the cause of Tibet. Many have burned themselves alive. 60 years of China's mass exploitation of our precious natural resources, our forests, our water, and our glaciers. After 60 years of what the Chinese government called of converting Tibet into a socialist paradise, Reporters Without Borders says it is more difficult for journalists to go to Tibet than North Korea. Everybody knows about North Korea, but how many people know about the situation in Tibet? After 60 years of Chinese government propaganda that Tibet was peacefully liberated, Freedom House Index ranks Tibet as the second least free country in the world after Syria, ahead of Eritrea and South Sudan. The whole world knows about the grave human rights situation in Syria, but how many people know about about the situation in Tibet? Not many. It's been 60 years since we have been separated from our brothers and sisters in Tibet. Families separated and communities destroyed. Many of our grandparents and parents who have now left us spent their lifetime in India, hoping and dreaming that one day they will be united with their families inside Tibet. Hence, it's been 60 years of tragedy, 60 years of suffering, 60 years of sadness, 60 years of pain. 60 years. Yet, the resilience and the revival of the Tibetan people continues. Resilience and revival is demonstrated right here in the land of India. We stand here today because of this great country, Hamara Bharat. For the past 60 years, this great country and these great people have welcomed us Tibetans with open arms. With the unparalleled support from India and the Indian people, we have, from the ashes of destruction, revived Tibetan civilization, rebuild Tibetan Buddhism, revive Tibetan culture, and preserve and promote Tibetan identity in India. In the last 60 years, the Chinese government destroyed 98% of our monasteries and nunneries. 99.9% of our monks and nuns were disrobed. However, under the leadership of His Holiness the Dalai Lama, we have rebuilt monasteries right here in India. We have revived Nalanda tradition in India, Nepal and Bhutan and the whole of Himalayas. Not only that, we have introduced and revived Nalanda tradition in every part of the world. His Holiness visits and beyond. Despite 60 years of destruction, we have revived and rebuilt monasteries and nunneries and the Nalanda tradition inside Tibet. Today, China holds the largest Buddhist population in the whole world. 300 to 400 million Chinese are Buddhists today. This is our achievement. This is a testament to our resilience and determination of the Tibetan people. But all this happened because of the unparalleled support from this great country, India. For the past 60 years, Indian teachers and staff have groomed, nurtured, and taught Tibetan children. Most of us sitting on this stage today were educated by Indian teachers and in schools subsidized by the Indian government. His Holiness the Dalai Lama proudly calls himself the son of India because he grew up eating dal and roti of India, and the learning that he got is from the Nalanda tradition. If His Holiness the Dalai Lama is the son of India, then we are the grandchildren of this great nation. That is why I always say that Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji's Make in India vision ought to succeed, because the original Made in India is the Tibetan movement. Tibetans were born and brought up in India. They were educated in India. Our democracy replicates Indian democracy. Our philosophy of ahimsa comes from Indian philosophy, and the Tibetan cause is being rebuilt in India for the last 60 years. So we wish Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji all the success in his Make in India vision, because the original Made in India will also succeed. Your success will be our success, our success will be your success. Today is not about how big or small the event is. Today is not about who is here or who is not here. Today is a day of celebration and gratitude from the hearts and minds of Tibetans in exile and 6 million Tibetans in Tibet. Today is the day to say thank you to this great country, India. To say thank you, hardik shukriya, dhanyavad, tujiche, ning thakbani tujiche, to incredible India. The applause clearly demonstrates that. No other country has done what India has done for the Tibetan people. No people of a